just whole team here, money some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If it down in my management, I'm just warming up or wait till I old producer saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live like this, surprise, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinging she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos.
much.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging.
Why do y'all get so mad when I bash it and say it's stupid? What is going on? What is going on? You know, there's someone who feels that because I logged into my Coinbase account that I was exposing myself to losing $275. Even if you knew the password, which you don't because you couldn't see it, it has two-step verification. This ain't my first rodeo. All my important passwords have 2 to 3 step verification. It ain't like I logged into my bank account or my Stripe account or my PayPal account. Come on, bruh. Get off of it. Well, last night I told you guys that Biden was going to flip Georgia. Flip Georgia, flip Pennsylvania. Trump is out. Trump is gone. And then all you folks who love Trump, I don't know why you love this loser. I've been talking about this, man, since he got in office. And all these people like Trump, 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 Trump. We're going to get into some specifics today. We're going to get into a little economic church. I want to address the Bitcoin jockeys. A lot of you are worthless. You can't start nothing. You can't create nothing. You can't build nothing. And this is why you desperately cling to Bitcoin to pull you up economically, because you cannot make anything. Like the fool who put in the bot chat whack courses. You cannot create a course that makes you 6 figures a month, player. And you're a little jealous. Because, see, I'm going to have to go back to the cranky hustler days to deal with you punks, fools, and feminine men. You're very feminine because you're jealous and because you're catty and you act like a chick. Oh, buy his whack course so we can get a Porsche. Boo, 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 boo. You wish you could create a course that could earn you enough money to buy a course. You wish with your little wimp. And this is one of the things. Because someone made a comment that I was going to change the content was going to change because Bitcoin is surging. No, it's not. I sold my Bitcoin at the top of the market. Honestly, I thought I was going to leave about $4,000 or $5,000 on the table, but because I'm a business person, I was like, I'm not going to try to time the market. I'm just like, I spent, $80, really like $8, and I'm going to make $200K. Cash out, move away from it. The Bitcoin conversation was ridiculous. It was stupid. People were claiming it's going to the moon. And shortly after I sold it, it dropped. And this is the first time in 3 years that it's gotten close to where it was when I sold it. Like, I don't really care because let me go ahead and talk to the people who, like, I will not ever push or recommend that you get into Bitcoin. If you were to start a business 3 years ago, you would be better off today than if you invested in Bitcoin. That's my agenda. That's what I'm pushing, because it's like, oh, I made $50,000, bruh. I make that in a week. I'm not impressed. Let's go way back in time. I spent $1 $1 and made $60,000. I'm not impressed with your Bitcoin gains. Because, see, here's the thing. With Bitcoin, a lot of y'all are being manipulated. The whales are playing games with y'all. They will pump it up, then they will dump it. And they'll pump it up, and they'll dump it. Mark my words, Bitcoin will go up, and it will crash again. It's going to crash again. This is the nature. And this is one of the reasons that I'm not recommending Bitcoin or even you're rent seeking. And what is rent seeking? Rent seeking. Oh, I'm petty today. I'm very petty. Rent seeking is you trying to make money without creating value. That's rent seeking. And a lot of people are rent seeking. Joshua, they hate the fact that I tell the truth. They hate that I tell the truth. Oh yeah, JD Gardner, it's turning blue. I predicted this last night. What is up? What is up? Well, once again, if you get into the corporate toolbox, you ain't gonna have to worry about Biden. So this is one of the things you have to understand. Corporations contribute to the Democrats and corporations contribute to the Republicans. And they're taken care of to a degree. So I'm not really worried about Biden and raising. I'm not worried about that. See, when you embed your tax efficiency strategy in your corporation, they can do whatever. They're not going to change anything. Oh, bruh, they beyond salty. People gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad. Pretty much. You know what's funny? I don't have a mixtape. But you know what's funny with this whole Trump thing and Bitcoin thing? People have put more faith in something or someone other than themselves. It's funny. It is funny. People have put more faith in Trump, Bitcoin. Darte, you got to be taking care of yourself. Joe, what verifiable cheating? They're counting mail-in ballots. What verifiable cheating? Jay Smith, actually the data on that is 100% wrong. My live streams have been doing better since I've started doing that. So I deal with data, not feelings. The data is saying that this is working. The last one I did got 4,500 views. Typically, I do a live stream and just get into it. I'll get 1,200 to 1,800 views. So you're 100% wrong there. What's up, Life for Business? You day trade. Georgia Blue, Georgia Blue. I know God is no. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Thank you, Critical Checklist. One of the things that the Trump administration accomplished was they put a lot of conservative judges on the bench. That was a win for the Trump administration. Man, we're going to have 2 runoff races. It's going to be bananas. It's going to be bananas, Kevin. It's going to be nuts down here. Yes, they do. Once again, name the illegal or corrupt or fraudulent acts. Name one, because y'all are just speaking in your feelings. Derek TV, what voter fraud? Name it out. Give me some concrete proof if you can. Haha. Pretty much, Kevin, because Trump said if I don't win, it's going to be because it was fraud, right? Once again, that's how he did it. Biden is going to be the next president, bruh. I mean, I know it's Agent Orange. I like that. Agent Orange. Woo. That's a good question. I wonder what Mike Pence. He's been kind of like silent. G Combs, I know. A lot of people didn't like Trump. Oh, this is probably the largest voter turnout in history. Kevin, I know. Johnny Turbo, welcome to Hustlers Kung Fu. I ain't worried about that. I'm not an average person, if you haven't noticed. I'm not worried about that. A lot of people were sick of Trump and the shenanigans and all of this crazy stuff. Happy Friday. It's a wrap for Trump. What's up, Dunny? Pretty much. Yeah, that crap last night pissed me off with the Bitcoin jockeys. Because if you have so much faith in Bitcoin and you're just so sure that it's going to do, why you get mad when I talk junk about Bitcoin? Why you get mad? Why y'all get mad? Why y'all keep watching this channel? Because like someone was like, well, his content's going to change because Bitcoin's surging. I sold my Bitcoin when it was surging. You want to know why I sold my Bitcoin? In 2017, the world was going crazy over Bitcoin, and I was like, and I started to be like checking it because it was zooming up, and I was like, okay, I'm getting rid of this because this is a distraction. I'm preoccupied. I'm checking. I'm on all these forums. I'm watching all these Bitcoin videos. Get rid of it and get back to business, and that's what I did. BitConnect, remember all that? I mean, it was crazy 2017. It was crazy. So I got rid of essentially this is one of, let me go ahead and give you some of the reasons that I don't like Bitcoin. One whale can move the market. One person can make moves and literally move the whole Bitcoin market. One. They don't have to get together, and if 4 or 5 of them get together, they could crash the market. But, people like Bitcoin. But see, let's go ahead and talk about why so many people are on, because I was watching the video, and the dude said, Bitcoin's going to go to $100,000 a coin. It's going to reach $1 million a coin. It's going to do all this other stuff. You need to get in. We're being validated. And I'm like, hold your horses a minute. because Bitcoin is supposed to hit 30K per coin this year. Let me see what it is. Let's see, what is Bitcoin right now? I think Bitcoin's rise is because of the election. It's already dropped a little bit from last night. It's already dropped a little bit. So, you know, because essentially, here's my thing. Like years ago, I got myself some Bitcoin, right? New technology. I'm an early adapter. You cannot donate money to your company. You could put money into your company. What is up? What is up? What is up? I'm a scam, huh? Okay. Johnny Turbo, this is another reason that I got out of Bitcoin. I saw the people being fanatical about Bitcoin. Because, like, all right, here's the deal. In 2017, if you had started a service business in 2017, you would be way off better financially than if you invested in Bitcoin in 2017. Now let's talk about why. Even when it crashed down to $3,500 per coin, it's going to cost you 10 grand to get 3 coins. So it's going to cost you $100K to get 30 coins. The average person doesn't even have $5,000 saved up in the bank. So at best, when it was really low, the average could struggle to get 1 coin. 1. You think so? What's up, Rodney? Dwayne Reeves, like I said, start a business. Johnny Turbo, I have not experienced a 30% loss of purchasing power in the last year. On Savage Finance, like, let's go ahead and talk about my BMW X5M, which was $108,000 when it was new. It is worth 25 to 30,000, depending upon the market, the day, the buyer, right? So that's a loss of about $80,000. How do we offset that loss? Creating a financial device that makes you more money. So during that same time, I had an online course that did about $1 million. So we subtract that 80,000 from the million. I'm still 920,000 to the good player. I'm still $920,000 to the good player. So I didn't lose any purchasing power. Maybe you lost purchasing power because you don't have a business. See, y'all keep thinking I'm like y'all. I'm not like y'all. I am so unlike y'all. And I want you to be more like me. See, Johnny Turbo, if you start a business, regardless of what currency is in play, whether it's Bitcoin, dollars, euros, you start a business, you provide services, you exchange those services for value, you are ahead of the curve. But if you're an employee with a set salary, yes, you are screwed. I keep trying to indoctrinate you guys, but y'all like, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin, Bitcoin. $15K a month, $15K an hour ain't nothing. What's up, Yolanda? The organics, this is what I've been preaching. Do the work. Do the work, man. A lot of folks don't want to do the work. Man, I already covered that in my first live stream. I fully expect Joe Biden to die in office. I covered that. I already talked to him. I'm way ahead of you. Agent Pale right now. None of the Republicans liked Trump when he first got in office. None of them. And then once they saw that the Republican base really loved Trump, then they got in line. They started to get some act right. It's the largest turnout ever, yeah. And I think this was a repudiation of Trump. I know, man. I know, Ben the bartender. I know. They would do something strange for a little change. Conspiracy theories. Lee die. If presidents don't matter, then why vote? Serious question. Lee die. I'm vote because I'm black. And people who look like me died for our right to vote. So as an honor to my ancestors and the people who came before me, I participate in the voting process. This I'm not going to vote because it don't matter. That's you disregarding your ancestry. That's you disregarding the folks who came before you. That's you disregarding the people who died so you can have the right to vote. And also, I have a strong opinion that if you don't vote, you shouldn't complain because you were not part of the process of trying to solve the problem. JK, I'm staying the course. I'm not going to let these clowns get me off course, man. Well, they're going to have to talk to Trump because Trump going to be like a terrorist. He's going to be like an emotional terrorist. Quanar, let me go ahead and break it to you gently. I'm worth way more money than you and I have no Bitcoin. Why is that? S. Connor, let's talk about that. You know, you want to keep putting all this Bitcoin stuff in there. How come I have more money than you do? How come I have more money than you do? Because I work harder than you do. This whole I'm invested in Bitcoin, it's worth more than $1. The dollar's going to crash. Let me go ahead and give you guys a dose of reality. As long as the United States of America has a military, the dollar is going to be the currency for the foreseeable future. I predict it's going to take another 15 to 20 years for us to convert to any type of digital currency. The Bitcoin bulls have been saying that. They said that the year that it crashed down to 3,500. D. Houston, mail-in ballots. I mean, you see Biden flipping states left or right. Flip, flip, flip. It was crazy. Benjamin Hope, yes, become a corporate citizen. This is what I'm screaming. This is what I'm screaming. E.S. Connor, I got this business credit card with my cash. Divvy underwrote my business credit card with my cash. They won't do that for crypto. I got this $150,000 limit with my cash. Cash, all you folks who think that cash attracts, you don't have no cash. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? You don't have no cash. And also, E.S. Connor, since you want to be so vocal, how much Bitcoin do you own? And be honest. That's what I've been preaching. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been trying to indoctrinate people. Start a business. If in 2017 you started a business versus investing in Bitcoin, you would be much farther ahead economically. Why not do both? Service business plus Bitcoin on the side. It's called focus. Everyone, like, all right, what did I do when this whole thing started? I started to focus on my business. I focused on my business. I focused on one thing, and I'm making more money than I ever made in my life. So if you're trying to have a business and you're trying to be over here in Bitcoin and you're trying to have a 401k, you're doing all this other stuff, you are stretching yourself out. When you focus, you're like a laser. When you're all scattered, you're like a shotgun. So once again, you can be diversified and you can be doing the service business in Bitcoin and everything so you can feel smart. But I'll tell you, if you focused on one thing, it's going to make you more money. Oh, they pissed me off last night, man. They pissed me off. Good feeling, Neil. Like I said, it's going to go up and it's going to go down again. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. And you still need dollars to buy Bitcoin. Thank you, D. Houston. Thank you. And Equaner has not answered my question. This is something that I find to be real interesting with the Bitcoin people. When you're having a conversation with them, you ask them pointed questions like, how much Bitcoin do you have? How much money has Bitcoin actually put in your pocket? Silence. Silence. They don't have nothing to say when you ask them those kind of questions. All right, Cleveland Smith. Steve Jameson, he tried. He tried. He tried to do it. It just didn't happen. It just didn't go through for him. I mean, once again, like I said, I bought Bitcoin. I'm an early adapter. And once the thing is, the fanaticism of Bitcoin is what turned me off from it, because you had all these people who were Bitcoin evangelists who were talking to all of these things, and they were talking about how the dollar was going to crash and all, and Bitcoin is a store of value and all this other stuff. You know, I'm just, they've been saying this since Nixon took us off the gold standard. They've been saying that. I know, hotepish, very hotepish, very hotepish. The way, oh, my haters, they hate the fact that I tell the truth, and more importantly, they hate that I'm right. Like, let's go ahead and do the math. Let's say in 2017, you started a service business that only made you $500 extra per month in 2017. And then in 2018, this business made you $1,500. In 2019, this business made you $2,500. And then 2020, you started making about, $3,000 to $4,000 per month from your business. That will have put you way ahead of investing in Bitcoin. The math, Yes, Pennsylvania flipped. Michigan flipped. Wisconsin flipped. Mail-in votes. Pretty much 89, Dr. Funk. Pretty much. You got to be aware of what's going on. You do. He tried. Trump tried to do a stimulus, but the Senate wasn't working with him. He tried. All right. I'm fresh. Once again, let's go ahead and talk about service and creating a business. Regardless of the currency, whether it's Bitcoin, cash, or all this other stuff, if you're in business and you're exchanging service for whatever the currency is, you will be ahead. So you can disagree with me all you want to and get into this monetary theory and monetary policy that doesn't really impact your day to day. But the truth of the matter is, if you would get off your butt and start a business and make more money, you would be ahead. You would be ahead. Oh, crypto, like at some point we will convert to a digital currency. I just don't feel it's going to be in the foreseeable future. There's just too many bad things that are going on with it. Like, man, people are crazy with this crypto. Kirk Johnson, I find that talking to Bitcoin people is like talking to cult members. That's what I'm talking about with the fanaticism. That's what I'm talking about. The Art of Becoming More Exactly. And then the one thing by Gary Keller talks about this. What's the one thing that you can be doing that will make everything easier? Focus, cuts out the junk. Yeah, this is why I'm not trying to do everything. Like, once again, if you will look at what I'm doing, I'm very strategic. And all of this, this whole why not do both? Let's go ahead and talk about this some more. I know that if I keep a business and I keep providing value and I keep getting more and more income, regardless of what factor the income I get, whether it's Bitcoin, cash, euros, I'm going to get more income. This is what these Bitcoin dummies don't understand. And someone's like, well, you shouldn't be calling people stupid. I feel that if you think you're going to invest $3,500 and become a millionaire, you're dumb as a pile of bricks. This is the hope. This is the appeal of Bitcoin. This is the appeal of Forex. This is the appeal of investing in the stock market. Put a little bit of money in and extract huge value out of the market. That's why people are doing it. They're not doing it to be long-term investors. Well, some people are doing it to be long-term investors. But the average noob, the average dumbass is thinking, I'm going to put some money into Bitcoin and it's going to go to the moon and I'm going to have all this money and I'm not going to have to work and I'm going to be hanging out with Big Booty Betty, Sexy Slim Susan, doing all this other stuff. No, it ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. What's up? What's up? Engineer life skills. Bitcoin is pretty much worker version. They were in their feelings because what I'm saying is truth. If you had started a small service business in 2017 and worked your butt off, yes, you had to work, you would be better off than investing in Bitcoin. These are facts. Good feeling, Neil. Hey. Pretty much, man. Pretty much, Stephen Jamerson. No one's like, people don't understand. We went to Iraq not to free the Iraqis. We went to Iraq because of oil prices. The military was to secure your right to have cheap oil, to have cheaper gas. Oh, he got lawsuits with no evidence. They're not going anywhere. Pretty much, Muhammad. Pretty much. People looking for that quick fix, that feel good. Roger Marine, congratulations to you. Chef to Checks, thanks for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. This is another issue I have with Bitcoin. You have to hold on to it because if you liquidate it, you don't have it anymore. Extraordinary Money Corte Dole. If you have your holding company set up correctly, you will file, depending upon how you set your holding company up, or you're an S corp. If you're an S corp, you're going to file an informational tax return and you're going to file your taxes on your personal return. You say I'm wrong. Give me some facts on what I'm wrong. Because for the last 3 years, people have been saying Bitcoin's going to be 30,000, 100,000, 120, 200, $1 million a coin. Give me facts. Don't give me your feelings, because I'm here to tell you it's going to crash again. And my record on predictions has been pretty damn spot on. The whole year, I accurately predicted what's going to happen. And the reason that Bitcoin went up is because of the election. And if you feel that I'm wrong, how come you're not invested in Bitcoin? Because see, it's kind of like these folks who's like, I'm just asking these questions. I don't like Trump. If you didn't like Trump, you never would ask the question. So what if someone's lucky enough to make 10 to 50K off Bitcoin? They don't know how to grow it and maintain it. If you don't know how to knowledge to make money, you will lose any amount of money. True. As they say in the internet streets, facts. Tracy Stevens, that's 100% correct. The problem is people are not used to your honesty when it comes to making money. They want something for nothing. 100%. Skin Champagne. In 2012, I started a service business. By 2017, I built it from a 0 to 100K a year with zero experience, but the hard work no one wants to do. Congratulations, Skin Campaign. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. This is the epitome of what I'm talking about. Because see, here's the thing with the business, and this is why a business is better than Bitcoin. You can spend the money from the business. You have to continue to hold the Bitcoin for it to appreciate. Or you can go out and take a loan against it, but they're not going to give you 100%. Like if you had $30,000 Bitcoin, they might give you a $10,000 to $12,000 loan. They're not going to give you the full 30 because Bitcoin's too volatile, and they know that. You know, if you have money to play with, you should do both. You should work on your credit and you should start making more money. You should do both. What is funny to me about the Bitcoin people is that they aren't even the whales or in any of the Telegram or Discord groups controlling the price. Pretty much. I peeped that out years ago that one whale could literally move the whole Bitcoin market. And I was like, that's just too risky. One person could just do a big dump and depreciate the price of Bitcoin just like that. But they're like, oh, it's better than cash. Pretty much, my apps, pretty much. So let me see. Oh. Marine, I keep telling people about this day trading and all this other stuff, but they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen, man. They don't want to listen. They just don't want to listen. Because this is my big problem I have with the cult of Bitcoin. That people are so fanatical. Even when it crashes, they're still like, I'm gonna believe, even though it's on fire. And then when it goes up, it's like, see, I told you. Like, all right, just watch what it does. It's gonna go up, it may get to 20,000, and it's gonna crash again. It's just gonna crash again. This is what's gonna happen with it. Well, you know, my fasting days gave me a lot more energy. Well, they're mad because, see, as someone said in the stream, in the chat, that people want something for nothing. They want the money for nothing. They want to make all of this money, right? Have all of this cream and this cash, and they don't want to do anything for it. I don't want to do nothing for it. They don't want to do nothing for it. Nothing. They just want to get the money, and go on about their lives. They don't want to work hard. They don't want to build anything. They don't want to do anything. No, it won't. I don't care if, all right, I'm fresh. Hear me and hear me well. I don't care if Bitcoin hits $1 million a coin. I don't care. I don't care. You want to know why? Because I'm out here in the real world making consistent money. I make 6 figures a month. I don't really care if Bitcoin hits a million a coin, because more than likely it's not. And if you're so confident, how come you're not in Bitcoin? Because see, I'm real interested in these people who say, well, I'm not a Bitcoin club, but I feel that you're wrong. See, you feel that I'm wrong, but you don't know that I'm wrong, because you cannot give me quantitative data or proof that you're right. You can't do it. Day trading is very risky. Be very careful with that. That's funny. Man, they don't really talk about money. They talk about what they're doing with their lives because they have money. What's going on? No, it does not solve any hair on fire problems. No, it doesn't. Tracy Stevens, pretty much. So, it's crazy what's going on, but I've been preaching the same message for years. Start a business, start a business, start a business. And none of this stuff would all right, because one, let's go ahead and look at who I am. I'm not afraid to work. And I don't have a problem getting my hands dirty. Many people who are on this Bitcoin tip, not all, but many people are lazy and they don't want to do anything. And they want to rent seek, and rent seeking is extracting and getting money without increasing value. That's all they want to do. They just want to put $3,500 in a Bitcoin and hope Bitcoin gets to $1 million a coin. So then they can have the life that they want because they don't want to work. People with bread don't talk about, because we never really talk about money. We talk about our lives, our families, what they're doing. Sometimes we get into business talk about, how to scale a business. But no, we don't really no one ever really mentions money. No one ever mentions money. It's not even brought up. So, it is really interesting. But welcome to the next president, number 46, Joseph Biden, and the salty people. Because I feel that the conspiracy theories and the lawsuits, because there will be lawsuits. Trump is going to, they're going to have to pull Trump out the White House with his fingernails scraping the walls. It's going to be that kind of party. And it is crazy. But that's all I got for you savages this morning. If you want to level up your game, go ahead. The link's below. Get off in the corporate toolbox where I will teach you how to set up a holding company, set up your operating companies, fund your operating companies, and then teach you how to start a business from scratch. So that's all I got for you. Links below. I'll see y'all in the next one.